Alright, welcome you guys. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Grab anything you want, something to drink, something to light on fire. I'm going to burn a little Palo Santo as we arrive. And welcome to our new time. Meditation Monday is now at 6 p.m. I like our Monday meditation. There's a bit of a storm going on outside where I am, but we should be okay. So welcome. Put anything in the chat, in the comments, any requests, or where you're watching from, or any questions and any comments. We'll begin in about 2 or 3 minutes. So gather, arrive, anything you want. What's up, what's up? And I'm still gathering. I'm in a little different spot of the house tonight, so I think I'm also still gathering. I think I want one more block. So gather, arrive, grab anything you want, light anything you want on fire, and we'll begin in just a few minutes. What's up, you guys? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So I'm live on Facebook and my Instagram. So, yay, welcome, you guys. I'm alive and well. It's good to be here. All right, officially 1 more minute. So you can sit, lay down, gather, arrive, gather all the tools you need. And it's great about meditation, we don't need much, right? You can sit, you can lay down. And no matter where you are, if you're at home and you have all your props and all your tools, you can gather. If you're somewhere else, if you're traveling, or even if you're driving, just sitting, breathing, and being present. This month is all about presence and being in the moment and enjoying the moment, enjoying every sandwich, right? So be present, welcome yourself here this evening, and start to find that comfortable space. We'll arrive and ground as always. So whether you're sitting or laying down, I want you to move around a little bit and find a comfortable space to land in this evening. So to land in physically in the body. And as we land and arrive, taking a few nice deep breaths in and out. We're going to go in through the nose and out of the mouth to begin. I call them cleansing breaths. So a nice big breath through the nostrils, filling up your belly, lungs, and chest. And maybe you sip up a little bit more air, or maybe you hold it for a moment, and then on the exhale you open the mouth and let it out. And maybe you let some sound out with it. So a deep breath in through the nose, and opening the mouth and letting go. And so just getting here. A few deep breaths. I'm going to take a few more just like that, in through the nose, out of the mouth. Feeling the breath and that wave of breath and life force move through you, up and down, in and out. As you exhale, I can feel and see my shoulders physically and dropping down, letting go. So breathing in, breathing out. As we get here and arrive in our bodies, we're arriving in that breath, right? Taking a few big, deep breaths out. So then you might move into just breathing in and out of the nose. or in the nose, out of the mouth. But every now and then during our time together, every now and then take a bigger, deeper, longer breath in and out. And as you breathe out, let go. Let go of maybe the shoulders or the head. Let go of the thinking mind, all the words and conversations and emails and text messages. So as we exhale, we're letting go of all those things. Breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out and letting go. Arrive. Landing here. Letting go of the day, or maybe still letting go of the weekend. Letting go of the weather. Tuning in right here, right now to this breath, breathing in and breathing out, letting go. So each time we exhale, we're practicing this art of letting go. Right? Maybe something physically you're letting go of, your shoulders, your hip, your head. Other things we're letting go of, those words, those thoughts, the to-dos. And as we breathe out, we're softening the mouth, the jaw, the tongue. Letting go, surrendering back into the space we're creating. And just because we're creating space doesn't mean we have to fill it with anything. It can just be space. So finding your way into your breath, breathing in through the nose and out as well. And as you breathe out, let go. Take another breath here, letting go of the day. And then focusing next on the inhale. You might focus on that 3-part breath we've been working with, filling up the belly, the lungs, the chest. Exhaling chest, lungs, and belly. So focusing on that big inhale and filling up and lifting the chest. And you can breathe in and out of the nose. In the nose, out of the mouth, whatever feels good. But now this focus on deepening that inhale and filling up the lungs, moving and expanding the rib cage, lifting the heart space, and exhale, letting go. So breathing in, we'll start to breathe into gratitude, breathing into the heart space. Breathing in and thinking or visualizing something we're grateful for right now, tonight. Breathing out, letting go. Breathing in, now focusing the mind on gratitude. Either thinking, visualizing, sensing, or even saying it out loud to yourself, that thing, place, or person you're grateful for right now. And the other way we practice gratitude is through our mantras, saying to ourselves, I am grateful. Right? So we can either think and feel what we're grateful for, or say it to ourselves, or say it out loud. I am grateful. We begin in gratitude. We begin here, setting this first intention of gratitude, gratefulness. So sitting well, if you're sitting, breathing well, maybe clear it out, shake out the shoulders, and tune back into gratitude as you soften the brow, soften the cheeks. Breathing in, I am grateful. Breathing out, letting go. Breathing in, breathing out. Right, so now we're giving our mind something to do on that inhale, inhaling and into gratitude. I am grateful. Exhaling, let go. Whatever it is you need to let go. Hang out here. Take a few more breaths. Anything you want to do with the arms and the hands, can do the wisdom mudra, the index finger and the thumb, and the hands placing down or up on the legs and the lap. Or the dhyana mudra, the hands cupped and the thumbs touching, resting in the lap. But breathing into gratitude and breathing out, letting go or softening into this space and into this moment. This is where we arrive. This is where we begin. This is where we begin our day. This is where we end our day in gratitude. And gratitude helps bring us into the present moment. Letting go of the day, the weekend, the year, letting go of what's to come, and bringing the focus right here. What am I grateful for today? The little things, the big thing, the scary thing, the exciting thing. I am grateful. And we'll stay here with that breath. If you want to move to Ujjayi, breathing in and out of the nose, creating that sound like the ocean, we're going to stay in this japa meditation and create your own intention. And sit well, breathe well. So Ujjayi breathing, right? A quick little refresher. It's like you're fogging up a mirror on the exhale. And then we do it with the lips closed. So we're clogging the epiglottis. We're restricting the throat. So making that breath a little smoother, right? A little slower. So practicing any nostril breathing in and out of the nose or moving into that Ujjayi breath. Taking time, finding yourself here back into the breath, and maybe you bring yourself back into gratitude, or you find your intention, right? What are you working on this month? What are you working on this week, this season? Or is it an old faithful mantra and intention? For me, it's I am patient. That's my fallback after gratitude. I am patient. I am patient. Right? It could be anything. Love. I am enough. I am here. I am present. I am awake. I am strong. So finding and setting your own unique intention. So it starts from like that word, right? And rooting it in that root chakra with that statement of I am grateful. I am love. I am powerful. I am a badass. Whatever your mantra is. But repeating that to yourself, and remember to slow it down. Right? We don't have to speed through our mantras or our intentions, remembering to slow the breath down. And we do that by deepening the breath and slowing down the mantra. Right? We could say to ourselves, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. But what happens when we slow that down? Taking a deep breath in. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. So now starting to practice slowing it down. Breathing well, sitting well, staying here in that present, whether you're with gratitude or your own intention. Hang out a few more breaths here. We're here. We made it. We've arrived. Breathing in. Breathing out. I'm going to finish this portion with a cleansing breath. We'll just take a big breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. And again, nice big cleansing breath in through the nose. We'll open the mouth. And let it go. Add a little movement here if you want to shake out your shoulders, your head, roll it around, or even switching any position of your feet or legs. And we'll come back and practice a little bit more breath work, right? You can always come back to gratitude and that intention, but coming now and sitting well so we can practice some pranayama or some practice of the breath. So we'll start back with cleansing breaths and Ujjayi. We'll start very easy. So the big breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. We'll do that 2 times here. And one more. Cleansing breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. And then that in and out of the nostril breathing and moving into that Ujjayi or that sound of the ocean breath. Keeping a little space between the teeth, but the lips closed. Sometimes it sounds like the ocean, sometimes it sounds like Darth Vader. Taking this time to sit and breathe with yourself, see what you notice. And with each exhalation, letting go. Let's do a few more rounds here, in and out of the nose. Good. Sitting well, breathing well. One more here. Taking time, we'll start to move into our next breath, one of my favorite breaths, the alternate nostril breath. You're going to use your dominant hand, ring finger, and thumb. Place it on the outside of the nostrils. So alternate nostril, we're going to be breathing in and out of each nostril at a time. So we'll prepare the hands here. I'm going to move my fingers out of the way so you can see. We'll plug one nostril. Inhale through your open nostril. Get to the top of that nostril and plug it. Exhale out of the opposite. Keep that one open. Inhale here. Get to the top of the breath. Plug it. Exhale out of the opposite side. We're going to continue here. Keep it open. Inhale on the same side. Get to the top of the inhale. Plug it. Exhale opposite side. We're always exhaling out of the opposite nostril. Breathing in. Plug it. Exhale out of the opposite side. And still trying to take those full breaths in and out, coming to the top of your inhale and bottom of your exhale as you switch nostrils back and forth and begin slowly, right? Beginning to slow it down, in and out. You can close the eyes. You can watch me. You can watch a candle. Find a focal point to stare at, but breathing into one side and exhaling out of the opposite side. Continue alternate nostril breathing. It's one of my favorite breaths to calm the mind, to de-stress. Breathing into one side, plug it, exhale out of the opposite. A few more rounds here. Sitting well, breathing well. Let's take one or two more rounds here. Alternate nostril breath. And to finish that off, we let it go and in and out of both nostrils. Right? And maybe you do that a few times, taking that big breath in through the nose and noticing any differences of the nostrils now after we did a few rounds of alternate nostril breathing. Right? For me, it feels like it always opens up my nostrils. I can breathe bigger. I can get more air in and more air out. Right? But see what you notice in your nostrils. Take a few moments, take a sip, rearrange the body, and get comfortable. If you want to lay down for this next portion, you can. If you want to stay seated, sitting well, breathing well, you can. I'm going to do a little guided meditation. So whether we're sitting or laying down, you can find again that focal point, that drishti with the eyes, or come behind closed eyes. Softening the gaze either way, and anything you want to do with the hands, letting them rest in the legs or the lap. Taking a big breath in and out. It may be some cleansing breaths as we arrive back here in the body, or breathing back in and out of the nose. Either way, get back here, right? Land back here in the body. Gather all the pieces and parts of yourself and arrive back here in that present moment. Maybe you introduce gratitude back. I am grateful. As we settle, as we arrive, and beginning to let go. I want you to try and let go of the weight of your arms and shoulders, elbows, and the palms of the hands heavy and at ease. Fingers light, arms and shoulders heavy and at ease. Dissolving back into the space. So you let go, letting go of the weight of the head and the mind. If you're sitting, maybe it's we drop the chin down and let go of the weight of the head. And if you're laying down, letting that head drop back into the earth. The head's heavy and at ease as we soften all the muscles in the face, softening around the eyes. Soften your cheeks, ears, nose, mouth at ease, tongue at ease, jaw and throat relax, head heavy and at ease. Notice the breath rising and falling in the chest. And dissolve back into the breath and back into awareness. The body now breathing itself as you let go of the breath. Sensing next down into the torso, upper back and shoulders, shoulder blades, and sensing down the back of the body, middle back at ease, lower back beginning to relax a little bit more. And sensing the front of the torso from the chest down into the belly. Notice that expansion and release of the breath. Sensing down into the lower abdomen and pelvis. And the entire torso, front and back, at ease. Heavy, at ease, and full of sensation. And the sensation radiating everywhere from the heart, out into the arms and hands, up into the face, down into the torso, down the spine, and out into the hips and buttocks. And maybe you wiggle and shake the hips and buttocks a little bit and give them up to the ground. Take a breath in and out and exhale, let go. Soften the right cheek, left cheek, both cheeks at ease. Dissolving back into awareness itself. And sensing down into both legs. Noticing any sensation. And maybe you rock and shake the legs back and forth a little bit, slow or fast, to get a little sensation. And if you're rocking, take one more breath and then allow the legs to become still. Notice the sensations coming and going in the legs. It's the body's breathing itself. Sensing your right leg, heavy and at ease. Sensing your left leg, heavy, at ease, and full of sensation. Thighs, knees, calves, at ease. Sensing even down into your ankles, your right foot, left foot, and toes. Sensing both legs simultaneously, heavy, at ease, and full of sensation. Dissolving back into this space. dissolving back and letting go into awareness. Sensing your body. Sensing the body breathing itself. And sensing the breath in the nostrils. Coming and going. As you soften the mouth and jaw just a little bit more. Letting go a little bit more. As we dissolve into awareness. Sensing the whole body completely, radiantly alive. Every cell of the body alive, awake, aware. And feeling those sensations radiating out into the space you've created. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften the mouth, soften the jaw. Letting go. I'm going to share one of my favorite poems. If you're sitting or laying, enjoy the words, enjoy the breath, and enjoy the pause. This poem's called Hokusai Says. Hokusai says, look carefully. He says, pay attention. Notice. He says, keep looking. Stay curious. He says, there is no end to seeing. He says, look forward to getting old. He says, keep changing. You just get more of who you really are. He says, get stuck, accept it, repeat yourself as long as it is interesting. He says, keep doing what you love. He says, keep praying. He says, every one of us is a child. Every one of us is ancient. Every one of us has a body. He says, every one of us is frightened. He says, every one of us has to find a way to live with fear. He says, everything is alive. Shells, buildings, people, fish, mountains, trees, wood is alive. Water is alive. Everything has its own life. Everything lives inside us. He says, live with the world inside you. He says, it doesn't matter if you draw or write books. It doesn't matter if you saw wood or catch fish. It doesn't matter if you sit at home and stare at the ants on your veranda or the grasses in your garden. It matters that you care. It matters that you feel. It matters that you notice. It matters that life lives through you. Contentment is life living through you. Joy is life living through you. Satisfaction and strength is life living through you. He says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Love, feel, let life take you by the hand. Let life live through you. Hokusai Says by Roger Keyes. It's one of my favorite poems. And take a nice deep breath here, in and out. Maybe a big cleansing breath. If you're laying down, you can stay there. If you're sitting, you can stay there. You can rearrange the body. I want us to come back to gratitude. I want us to come back to whatever intention you set at the beginning, or maybe you're just joining and setting that intention now. I want you to take a few nice deep breaths and gather back all your pieces and parts to this moment, to the present. Feel, sense your way back to the body, breathing well, so coming to the fullest breath as we can, taking it all the way to the top of the inhale and bottom of the exhale. And maybe it's a cleansing breath, maybe it's breathing in and out of the nose. Just get here and breathe again. And maybe you let the breath be the focal point of how it's moving in the body, how it's expanding the rib cage, how it's going in and out of the nostrils. Maybe the breath is your focal point. As I close my eyes, I can watch my breath. So get back here. Gather all the pieces and parts of yourself, bring it back here to the breath, to gratitude, to your intention, to your mantra. Right? We call it a mantra because it means to protect the mind. As we repeat our intentions to ourselves, or mantras, we're protecting the mind from all the other junk mail. So bringing it back, coming back here to you, to your breath, to gratitude. Soften the jaw, keep space between the teeth. Let go of the shoulders. Let go of the weight we carry around. And tune into the breath. Tune into the present. Bring it back here. Bring it back here. If it's available, breathing in and out of the nose. Back to our nostril breathing. Back to that Ujjayi breath if it's available. One more breath like that. Either taking a few cleansing breaths or just breathing however you want as we roll out the shoulders, shake out the head. You can take a big stretch up and out. If you want to move and stretch and reach the hands, I'm going to bring the palms to the heart space. It can be in your prayer hands or gratitude hands, the gratitude mudra, or the hands directly placed on the heart. Reminding ourselves we can come back to gratitude any time of the day or night. Breathing in and out here with ourselves and enjoying that space and grace we've created this evening through breath and meditation, through being mindful and aware. Grateful for this breath and body. Grateful for taking time for yourself. Grateful for this practice and the pause. And grateful for you joining me tonight. Come back every Monday meditation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Shanti, 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 and Namaste. Thanks, y'all.